What's going on, everyone? We are back talking about a smartphone that is beautiful, very powerful, but you might not want to get it because it does not have Google services inside of it. It's a Huawei phone, folks, the Mate 40 Pro. Anyway, big thanks to Huawei Singapore for helping us with this review. Having said that, my thoughts only. Let's talk about the Mate 40 Pro. All right, guys, before we get into talking about Huawei phones, let's address the elephant in the room. There's no Google services on this phone, on any Huawei phone for that matter, since the past couple of years. Will things change? Who knows? But as it stands right now, that's the biggest drawback to this device. Besides that, in a nutshell, it's powerful, fantastic cameras, it's very fast. The design, a lot of people are gonna really like the design. It's well built. It's a really good phone, but if I can't use my Gmail, can't use Google Maps, and I can't watch YouTube videos, it's a little bit tough if you're following me on this, okay? So let's go over specs on this. We got a 6.76-inch OLED display, 90 Hertz refresh rate. The colors are beautiful. It's bright enough for outdoor usage. No issues at all with the display. In terms of the design of the display, unfortunately, it's got that waterfall edges. I don't like these. I wish Huawei would move away from this, but they have kept it over the past couple years, and it's here on the Mate 40 Pro. It's unfortunate because you know, even on viewing angles, it's a little bit distorted at times, and if you want to select items on the edge of the display, you run into an issue with that curved angle on it. Having said that though, the display quality is very, very nice. Underneath the hood is the Kirin 9000, Huawei's first 5nm chip. It's a very powerful chip. Unfortunately, this might be the last year we see the 5nm chip, unless they work with another company because of all these legality issues that are going on. But having said that, this is a fantastic chipset. This phone blazes through everything I need to use it for, apps, whatever it is, moving through the navigation, editing photos, it's good. This is a very good chipset, and I hope Huawei continues with it or finds something similar in the future phones out there, especially the new P series coming up in the next few months. Camera-wise, we've got an array of cameras on there, but of course we've got the main camera, the 50 megapixel. It's a larger sensor camera on the back of this. Fantastic image quality, got a better wide angle lens on this as well. Telephoto, you can do up to 50 times zoom. Of course, the quality of 50 times isn't anything to write home about. You're never gonna use it, but it's there and it's more of a gimmick than anything else. But the overall image quality on this camera is really nice. Besides that, you've got a 4400 milliamp battery on this. Battery life will get you through a day and a half, no issues at all. Maybe even more if you're not much of a power user. The front-facing cameras on this are also really good. You got an ultra-wide angle lens, and also you got your standard lens on it, and it's fantastic, very sharp. Sometimes a little too sharp. If you're one that's got some acne or doesn't want to show every flaw in your face, well, turn on the beauty mode, folks, because once you turn it off, you're gonna see everything. Here we are. 4K video with the front-facing camera on the Mate 40 Pro. Turning around. Decent exposure. Test out how the audio quality is on this. Let's just test the image stabilization as well. Wow, the background is just completely still. It's just me bouncing around. A bit surreal. Let's do the running test. All right. But Huawei's always been known with the great camera system. Of course, they partner with Leica on this in terms of the technology, and you're seeing a lot of that into this camera system now as well. Now, of course, the P series is more for the photographers, videographers out there. The Mate is sort of the all-around. You know, they sort of improve some of the tech from the P series and they bring it into the Mate series, and you're seeing that with this. So, yeah. It's fantastic. Quick charging on this as well. You've got a very powerful charge, 60-some plus watt charger inside the box. So you could use this to charge your laptops, your tablets, your phones, your computers, pretty much charge almost everything with that thing, and it's good. It's really, really good. But let's talk about usability for this for a second, because wow, saw a cyclist come by and I'm like, whew, is that close? Not too close. Okay, talk about usability for a moment on this. Of course, I can't use Google Apps, so that's where I lose a lot of that. Now, Huawei's App Store they've been developing a lot of number of apps, and they've been working with partners out there to make this App Store more inclusive of the things you might want to be using. And here in Singapore, we have a lot of our banking apps there. We have other apps that we're going to use. But if you don't have the essentials, it's kind of hard. Now, I know a lot of people buy Huawei phones nowadays because of the camera system. And while they do have very good cameras and the resolution and the image quality is improved and the AI is even better on it, and you've got a lot of great attributes to the camera system, the competition's caught up. Not to say that they're better than the Huawei, but they're right there neck and neck. You don't have the Leica branding on it, but yeah, the image quality is good, but the others are also really good as well. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for Huawei, I think, coming up here with the Mate 40 Pro and even the next P series is, can they make this camera system even better? Larger sensors, even better wide angle, better telephoto, I mean, better computational photography. Can they improve on it? Because as I'm looking at this right now and being non-biased with you guys, it's good, but it's not much better, even better than a lot of other Android counterparts out there. Of course, I'm not going to compare it to iPhone because Android to Android, iPhone to iPhone, iOS, so I'm not going to get into that battle. So in terms of Android, yeah, it's pretty much up there with the best of the best. So would I recommend this phone? If you're a diehard Huawei fan, you love the camera system that they have here on the Mate 40 Pro, and you don't use your phone pretty much besides the camera system, then go for the Mate 40 Pro. If you are someone that relies on your phone for work and you need Gmail and YouTube and Google Maps and all these other things out there, and you can't find a substitute app that really does what Google's native apps do, then I wouldn't get this phone. And it's a shame that I have to say that because this is a really nice phone. I mean, it does reverse wireless charging up to 50 watts. You've got fast charging on this. You've got this ability to actually look at your display and it detects your eyes and it just turns on the display, the always on display. It's got, it's 90 hertz refresh rate on the screen itself, so it's really quick. The battery life is fantastic. There's so many nice things about this phone, but I can't recommend it if you need Google services. And that's a shame. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Mate 40 Pro. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like always, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, be safe out there, and we'll chat to you soon. Take care.